What's going on, everybody? ProForceSecurity here, back with another video. Wanted to go over two competition pistols in the market for this video. To the left we have the new Beretta 92X Performance, and to the right we have the Walther Q5 match steel frame. So just want to go over some of the detail similarities like we have in our previous videos to give you guys a better comparison of both side by side. So we'll go ahead and just start off by talking about the frames of each. They both are steel frame pistols. The frame here on the 92X Performance is the Vertec frame, where it is going to go straight down here on the grip. It has checkering both in the rear and the front, and also the actual handle is slimmer than the traditional 92s in the past, where on the Walther Q5 Match Pro you have that indentation here on the handle, kind of like that bump, similar to how the 92A1s were in the past, or something like an Elite LTT by Land Tactical. Now they both have a very distinguished beaver tail. You can notice that here on the 92X Performance, it's just slightly shorter than the extended beaver tail on the Walther. Now, the sights on both of these are actually very similar in the sense that they both have a front red fiber optic front with a blacked out rear adjustable sight. I'll go ahead and show here the Walther as well. Here you have the red fiber optic front with the adjustable rear sight. Now, where these two really start to distinguish from one another is the fact that this is a hammered fired pistol versus a striker fired pistol like the Walther. This hammer fired from Beretta is actually a double action, single action, where once you decock the hammer, you're going to have a heavier pull on that first shot, and every other shot after that is going to be a single action shot. Now, striker fired, you're going to get the same trigger pull on every shot, including the first one. The mechanisms are totally different as well. You're always going to have that consistent pull on every shot. Like this Walther here has a 5-pound trigger pull. Here in the Beretta 92X Performance, we have a 6-pound double action trigger pull and a 3-pound trigger pull for the single action. Both have very good trigger resets. We'll go ahead and show here for the 92X Performance. Let me go ahead and do that one more time. Very short reset for the 92X, and I would say this is possibly even just a little bit shorter. It's so quick that I actually got to do that at least like 2 or 3 more times, because wow, this is a really smooth trigger. The Walther has that built-in safety here in the trigger, and it has the trigger eye is actually in blue, you know, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a unique aesthetic look to it. I think it looks really nice. They also added here the magwell, where on the 92X Performance, it kind of has like its own built-in magwell here, you know, as part of the steel frame. And the trigger is a black trigger with texture here in the front. Let me go ahead and show you here. You can actually see the lines here for texture to kind of give you, you know, the best control possible when firing your pistol. All right, so I also wanted to compare both the triggers side by side. Let's go ahead and cock both. This is a 5-inch barrel on the Walther, where the 92X Performance is a 4.9 inch barrel. So let's go ahead and see how both triggers feel. Right away, if firing from single action, the 92X Performance does have a little bit, you know, just of that slop that you have to get rid of just to kind of be like on that trigger wall. All right, so just keep that in mind. Whereas in the Walther, right away, you kind of feel that, you know, that tension, but you still, you know, you have a little bit of wobble on both, which is, you know, completely normal. The slide itself, here you have the Brigadier slide with front and rear serrations. Very easy to cock back, very easy to get control of the pistol any way that you want. The slide on the cuts here on the Walther are actually very good indeed too. So no problem in either one whatsoever. Now the color, as you can see here, you have the two-tone for the Beretta 92X Performance. You kind of have like that silver and black look to it. I really like the look on the two-tone that they went for. Here on the Walther Q5 Match Pro on the steel frame, you have the all black with the blue trigger accent, so that's also very unique to there, and too I kind of like what they did with that as well. Going over to the grips, the Walther Q5 Match Pro, they went with these polymer textured grips. Very nice, you know, texture on them. They don't really like bite down on your hand either, which is good. So, and that, you know, indentation here at the end kind of really just helps with the way that it feels in your hand. So very good ergonomics for the Walther. Now, one thing I also liked is that they added the hex screws here on the grips, where the 92X Performance feels just a little bit slimmer or narrower because of the Vertec grip. The built-in checkering here in the front and the rear, and the grips itself that it came with were plastic. They're not bad, but I personally did change them out and went with the Toni system grips, where they kind of have the skateboard tape. Is something that I personally did for better control of the grip on the 92X Performance. Now, one other thing that, you know, when I picked both of these up, brings my attention is a lot of the weight on the 92X Performance is actually on my hand, or better said, on this part on the handle, where the Q5 Match Pro, it kind of feels like the weight is more evenly distributed through the entire pistol. So think of it more like just a heavier isolation closer to your hand. All right, so most of the weight, you feel it around here, but when you pick this up, it kind of just eases up, you know, all that tension in the hand. And I've actually shot both of these, and you know, they shoot great. So that's actually one video that I'm gonna be probably releasing in about a week. It's the 2,000 round review on the Walther Q5 Match Pro steel frame. Now, in case you're wondering about the magazines, out of the box you're gonna get 2 magazines with the Beretta 92X Performance. It's gonna bring you 2 15 round mags that are gonna come right out of the box with it. They look like this. All right, it's got the little pad here at the bottom with the Beretta logo. I went ahead and upgraded to the Toni Systems extended mag pad. It's just kind of easier when you're just reloading out of your rig set or your mag pouches. And also ideally this would add 2 rounds more to the 15 round mag that comes, you know, in the box. But one thing you got to be careful with the 92X Performance mags is that they're actually capped at 15. So even if you had a mag pad, okay, because in theory this magazine should hold 17 rounds and then plus 2 to get that 19. The mags that it brings, they're capped right at 15. So just go ahead and keep that in mind. But that's on the 92X Performance. On the Walther Q5 Match Pro, you're gonna get 3 15-round magazines out of the box. It does bring a red follower. That way it's going to easily be clear and visible once you're empty. And it kind of has a little built-in mag pad of its own, which looks really nice, and I could, you know, see myself getting quick reloads with this and quick draws out of the mag pouch. So very nice design for the Walther magazines too. The Walther Q5 Match Pro is going to be fully ambidextrous. You have a reversible mag release button here, which can easily be swapped out if you are a left-handed shooter. And not only that, but the actual slide stop itself is also fully ambidextrous. The Beretta 92X Performance favors more a right-handed shooter for the reason that you can have a lot of, you know, resting here on the takedown lever. On the takedown lever here, and on the safety as well. They're very, you know, exaggerated, and they're very bold. They just completely stand out. So it gives you great control of your firearm once you're aiming. So just keep that in mind. Right-handed shooters, you have a very good advantage here on the 92X Performance. The Walther Q5 Match Pro does not have a safety here on the frame. It does have, you know, a safety here built on the trigger. Now, going over both of these as far as pricing, they are very similar in price. The Beretta 92X Performance, you're looking somewhere of an MSRP of, I don't know, maybe about $1,300, and the MSRP on the Walther Q5 Match Pro steel frame, you're probably looking at somewhere around $1,600. So here we have, facing away, you can see here the trigger guard on the 92X Performance is a little bit wider, and it's more of a round circular, you know, look to it, where here the trigger guard on the Walther Q5 Match Pro kind of just cuts straight, more like a square. Also, both of these do have pick rails here at the bottom for accessories. So, you know, you can also add any accessories of your choice there too. The Walther Q5 Match Pro does have a cutout here for the slide, so you can add optics of your choice. That's one thing about it that the 92X Performance does not currently have at the moment. However, as you saw in SHOT Show 2020, I know that the current optics that they're going to be using for it, it's going to be an extension coming off from the pick rail over to the top, kind of like the JJ Rakaza, I think it's the 92X Open, where it's going to be able to give you a mount here for the optics of your choice as well. So optics are both going to be available on both of these, but at the moment I could say they are currently available for the Walther Q5 Match Pro, and on the Beretta 92X Performance it is definitely, without a doubt, coming very soon. Now, accessories for this too, I want to also show you guys, in case you are either competing in USPSA or something like 3-gun, just different rig sets that you can use and different holsters for these. So let me go ahead and show you guys that. This rig set is made by Ghost Holsters. This is the 1 rig set. What I personally set up is the 1, which is a speed holster made by them, which gives you the fastest draw from any other holster in the market. It is extremely customizable. You can adjust it at any angle, you know, that you choose to your liking, to your preference. The material is extremely durable. Even for the magazines and the mag pouches, you can actually adjust the tension on them here, you know, by simply adjusting these screws. You can adjust the angle on them as well. They come in a variety of different colors of your choice. You know, I personally rock the you know, the 3 reds for the 92 mags. I have to show you guys the setup that I put together for the Walther Q5 Match Pro. This is a 3-gun setup from Ghost Holsters that I did here on this rig set. All right, you have a different holster here that I haven't showed you before. This one is actually the Thunder Elite. It's a you know, hard shell. It's not as open as a speed holster like the one that I just showed you on the Beretta 92X Performance. This is one of their most popular models too. It gives you, you know, like that sleek look, you know, very nice detail. The lines here on the shell of the holster look amazing. Same versatility, same adjustability and customizations that you can add. You can also add here the shotgun shell mag pouches, and I actually have here set up 3 black mag pouches here. I'm just using my Beretta 92X mags, but you know, this is just to show you guys a quick demonstration of all the endless possibilities that you could do with the ghost holsters and the rig sets. And here in the back I have an AR-15 mag pouch as well. So this thing, man, I mean, honestly, it's just something that I really think, you know, you should check out their website, see if you're gonna start competing, you know, just take a look at everything that they offer, because they have a whole bunch of good stuff. So you know, just check them out. Go to Ghost Holsters, and I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments. That way I could get a better feel, you know, as far as to see what you guys prefer from either one. Also, if you're interested and you're in the market to purchase either one of these 2 models, feel free to check out SOMARRIBA.com. I'll leave their link in the description. And you know, you can contact them, give them a call in case you would like to place an order on either one of these. That being said, guys, thank you once again very much. Once again, this is ProForceSecurity, over and out.